Salutations, Crypto Nations. This is Robert from robertoreed.com, and this is your home for character cryptos and cash flows. That is the intro. Now for the info. We're still looking at Bitcoin dropping, and a lot of people are panicking. And I just want to say first that it is a matter of perspective. On a side note, this is not advice. This is simply one man's perspective, and it should be considered as information and entertainment. Now, with that being out of the way, let's get back to the purpose of this particular blog. We have, and when I say we, I mean many bloggers who have reported and talked about the dip in January, and that the dip has been taking place to last about 4 years, since about 2014, as a normal dip. And some of us try to explain what's going on in the market. But what's happening right now is it seems as though Bitcoin is continually dropping. It is still bleeding red, and a lot of people are panicking. And it is getting people to scratch their head and wring their hands out and figure out what exactly are they going to do. But I would caution everyone to try to gain some perspective. I was looking at an article. Once again, this one's over on Cointelegraph, if you care to go over there. And it says Bitcoin prices again below 8K, but traders forecast fresh upside. I think one of the things we have to remember is that the prices are back around what it was roughly 3 months or so ago. And so we are looking at a little bit of a pullback, or a huge pullback compared to December. But we're looking at the market correcting itself. See, a lot of people will get in and they look at these astronomical moonshots, and they think that that is exactly how it's going to be all the time, which is a huge, huge mistake. The other thing that happens is that people have a very short-term view. But for those who have a long view, this is not, the most frightening things. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. You just have to know your position. You have to know, are you in this for the long term, or are you in for short-term gains? And if you're in for short-term gains, cryptocurrency is a very, very volatile market. And so you better be ready to go for the roller coaster ride. So I'll suggest you get strapped in. But for those who are more of a long term, all you need to know is what is your exit strategy. When is your exit strategy? You cannot deal on emotion, even though the cryptocurrency market is driven a lot by emotion and sentiment. But you have to be steadfast in your plan. Let's continue with the article. Bitcoin has fallen 11.23% in the 24 hours to press time Monday, February 5th, dropping below support at $8,000 as its price continues to dictate altcoin performance. Data from Coin360 Monday shows a continuation of lackluster price action for the largest cryptocurrency, which saw its slight rebound Saturday, February 4th, all but erased over the weekend. On Coinbase, Bitstamp, and other exchanges, Bitcoin failed to maintain $8,000 into Monday, hovering at around $7,900 at press time, about $275 off Friday's multi-month lowest of $76.25. Friday's dip triggered a short-term uptick that saw prices gain over $1,200 in a single hour. Enthusiasm appearing to dampen once again after passing $9,000. Traders offer perspective. On social media, cryptocurrency traders remained more steadfast than ever in their faith about both Bitcoin and altcoin perspectives. John McAfee, who has championed Bitcoin and recently begun focusing on specific altcoins, told Twitter followers to get a perspective in the face of falling value. In a long-term view, Bitcoin is still climbing. Forget about these short-term ups and downs, he continued. McAfee. His Twitter reads, please, God people, get a perspective about the market. The price of Bitcoin today is still higher than it was just 3 months ago, In a long-term view, Bitcoin is still climbing. Forget about these short-term ups and downs. If you are a short-term investor, you need to get real. Adding some perspective on the overall red-washed market, CNBC Rand Neuner tweeted yesterday that the combined market cap of all cryptocurrency today is the same as it was in December 2017. He tweets, word that the market is crashing. Bear in mind that today we are at a market cap at about 400 billion, and that the first time the crypto market hit 400 billion was December 6th. So we are back at levels from 2 months ago. The market cap is also up 20 times since this time last year. End tweet. At press time, the total market cap, according to CoinMarketCap, was around 369 million, about the same level as it was December 6, 2017. Altcoin-focused accounts also caution traders against paying attention to coins' value in USD or other fiat currency terms. Others were more bullish, using various methods as proof a more serious upturn was the most likely short-term future for Bitcoin. Last tweet by Filicone says there are two cases of Elliott wave that can both be correct. We must state both cases and differentiate the two while finding similarities. Both cases have an uptrend regardless. So we must assume an uptrend is imminent either way. That is the end of the article. Now let's look over here at Bitcoin. Guys, if we look at Bitcoin, this is the market, and over here I plugged in 3 months. So if we go back 3 months, now here in November, okay, this is about November 6th, and if we look at price and the market cap, we had a market cap of about 122 billion. The price of Bitcoin was about $7,100, okay? Then at around December 6th, if we look here, Bitcoin was at $17,000. Okay, so we're talking about in the span of 30 days, it goes up $10,000. Now, some of that should have been some of your exit strategies should you be holding Bitcoin. So you can't just you can't do it all on emotion. Okay, so if we go from December 6th to December 16th, 10 days later from 17,000 to 19,000, then it starts to drop. 10 days after that, you're looking at, well, actually 10 days after that would be about here, down to 16.5, okay? But between that, look at the low here, 12,000. Over here, 14,000, 14.9, okay, between the 16th and the 26th of December. Then from the 26th of December, and you go over here to the about January 5th, you still got about 17,000 right there of Bitcoin, the price. Now here, so about 17,000, and it's just been falling. We had this huge dip and this decline as it normally happens in January. But now we're going into February and it is still falling and it never really rebounds. Now, someone could interpret that as the market is crashing, but the thought is there are a lot of altcoins out there, and of course there's Bitcoin. You have to ask yourself, do you think Bitcoin is going away altogether? Do you think altcoins and cryptocurrencies as a whole, as an asset class, is it going away altogether? Now, if you think it's going away altogether and you truly, truly believe that, then this would be a good time for you to exit the market because you think it's crashing and you think it's going to go away altogether. Now, if you're of the mind that it is not going to go away altogether, then you have to gain some perspective because, again, right now at the current levels, it is where it was 3 months ago. So we have to keep that in perspective. And remember, it always goes back to your strategy. Are you short-term, long-term? Are you going to hold? Or are you a day trader? Are you just you want to look at all the upticks and try to time the market and get out with a profit? That's up to you. I can't tell you what your strategy is going to be or should be, but that is the interpretation of the market the way I see it at this time. But I'm interested in hearing what you guys think. What's going on with Bitcoin? Do you think it's going to go away? Do you think the market is continuing to crash? What will be the bottom of Bitcoin this year? At present time, it's about 8,000. but where will it be? I'm interested in what you have to say about it. Don't forget to smash that notification button, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe. Until next time, conquer with some cryptos.